Good morning. Do you see that one dread hanging off the top of my head? Or is it four of them? We never know. We just go with the flow. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, let's get to it. I just wanted to play a little bit of music in the beginning of that. I was gonna let it run for a minute, but hey, for what? Y'all know I'll be getting up in the morning and doing my live, so I might look like this a lot of the times if I didn't get up before 8 to get my butt dressed. I decided to go live now, and I decided that I might go live a little bit later so y'all can see me look like something online at one point or the other. Since I just be getting up, doing my thing, going live. Okay, today's story time, y'all, comes at the hands of. Oh, before I tell y'all this, yesterday my story time about Nani in that ring, bing, 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 in that boxing ring, okay? Yesterday, it got age restricted. So just to let you guys know, that video is age restricted. You are going to have to answer if you're 18 years or older if you want to watch that video. I'm just telling you. All right, that was that on that. Also, if you guys were not on my home channel, True Diamond Tea Brew and Talk, then make sure you guys are subscribed to that. But okay, let's talk about it, you guys. Let's talk about it right quick. So, um, there's a situation that happened. Okay, I was walking down the street with one of my friends. She's my good friend from my childhood. She had helped me. Well, she didn't help me, but she rode the bus with me to take Nani to school one day, and everything was going so good and so well, and so this and so that. And then one day, suddenly, she was like, she was like, oh, you passing up the best Burger King, or not Burger King, but burger place in the city. I was like, well, I can't afford to get no burgers right now, girl. She was like, oh, I can. I'll go get it. I'm like, okay. So we end up jumping off the bus. We end up going over to the little burger place. And I'm thinking that she's about to buy us some burgers. Do y'all not know that this girl stood there and was begging for money to get us some burgers? Mind y'all, I don't have to do all that. So I was just in shock. I was like, oh my gosh, what the Hellington is going on? Shout out Yvonne. Hey boy. Hey girl. I was like, what is going on? I was not ready for the fact that one of my childhood friends was going to hop off of the bus and literally go to a burger joint and start begging. Because she was like, I have, I have a way of doing things and da 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 da. And I'm like, well, girl, I don't have no funds for no burgers right now. You know what I mean? Like I have things that I want to do with my money. And she was like, I could get it. I could get it. I'm thinking maybe she know these people or, something like that. And child, she pulled over off the bus and start begging. It drove me crazy. I am from California. That is where I am from. All right. It drove me crazy. It made me just be like, oh my gosh. It made me look at her sideways too. Like, damn, how long have you been out here doing this, good sis? How long, good sis, has it been? You know what I'm saying? That was crazy. So, excuse me and my hair, y'all. My hair is. Was I muffled? I was saying that was making me think like, how long have you been out here, good sis? Because it was crazy that she got out of the off the bus and started begging like that. I wasn't ready for that. So today, based on that, we are going to be reading a story from a girl named Mariah about a girl named Mariah, and it's called Empty Hands. Okay, says Mariah never imagined her hunger could feel like weight, not only in the stomach but in the soul. Now this is going to resonate for those of you who have been homeless before, who have went hungry before, who have had family that's suffering before, and that's what this story is going to resonate with. And by the way, I think today I'm going to do something great for this channel. I just have to find the right person in the right situation, but I believe that I'm going to do something great for this channel. hopefully today, but definitely sometime soon. All right, let's get to the story. It's called Empty Hands. Thank you guys for joining me over here. And shout out to my friend. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been in California. I haven't seen my friends in forever. It's been so long. And, I hate to see my friend struggling like that financially. And, but California is a tough city to live in. Yeah, this is very different. It's a different type of thing. They always talking about, oh, it's California, New York, Atlanta, and then Chicago. But my whole thing is, guess what? There's poverty in every place. There's roughnecks in every place. But in California on the West Coast, it's a whole different beast because everything is double priced, triple priced. Like cigarettes be like 20 to whatever dollars, like to 12 to $25. That's how much you can pay for cigarettes on the West Coast. Because in Vegas, you definitely will pay like 21 something, 17 to $25 out there. Facts. Easily. All right. Empty hands. Here we go. Mariah never imagined hunger could feel like a weight, not only in the stomach, but in the soul. Once a cold morning in the city, she sat on on a cold morning in the city, she sat on a cracked sidewalk with her knees pulled to her chest, a flimsy coat wrapped tight around her trembling bodies. Cars hurried past, heels clicked on the pavement, and conversations floated by without faces turning her way. It wasn't just food she lacked, it was being seen. Once Mariah had woken to sunlight pouring into a warm apartment, she watered houseplants, brewed coffee, and smiled at future plans pinned to her fridge. A promotion called Circle in bold ink. A promotion called Circle in bold ink. She had been proud of who she was becoming. That version of her felt like a memory from someone else's life. The downfall hadn't been sudden. It happened like erosion. A job lost to budget cuts, savings drained in silence, eviction notices she couldn't stop. Shame swallowed her voice before hunger ever reached her stomach. Now hunger gnawed at her with sharp, merciless teeth. When she finally mustered the courage to whisper, "Can you spare something to eat?" A businessman glanced past her like she was smoke, something that existed in the air but never needed to be acknowledged. She lowered her gaze, heat rising in her cheeks. The world wasn't cruel, she realized. It was indifferent, which somehow felt worse. The turning point came not from money, but from gentleness. An elderly woman stopped in front of her, face soft with understanding. She knelt, not towering above Mariah like most people did, but lowering herself to meet her eyes. She pressed warm food into Mariah's hands and whispered, "I see you, and this isn't where your story ends." For the first time in months, Mariah felt like she existed. That single act cracked something open. Not hope exactly, but the permission to try again. The next morning, she walked into a community center. Her voice shook, but her spine did not. "I'll do anything," she told the receptionist. "Please, I just need work." She swept the floors, scrubbed the walls, sorted donations, lifted boxes that made her shoulders ache. Tasks nobody else volunteered for. At night, she slept on a cot in a shelter and read library books by a dim hallway light. Books about budgeting, self worth, and job skills. Some days her confidence burned bright. Other days she whispered motivation to herself through tears. But she didn't stop. Work wasn't just a way out, it became her anchor. She found dignity in effort, even when her hands blistered and her back stiffened. Months passed. She kept going, even when rejection emails filled her inbox. When she felt like falling apart, she reminded herself she already had and she survived it. That truth made her fearless. Eventually, determination attracted opportunity. Someone noticed her grit, her kindness, her refusal to surrender. She earned a receptionist job first, then she trained into administrative work. Her first paycheck felt like proof that she hadn't lost her worth, only misplaced it for a while. She rented a small place by this time, and she bought secondhand furniture. She taped a single quarter to her dresser. She once she taped a single quarter to her dresser. One she had once held while starving. That coin became her trophy, not a reminder of failure, but a reminder of her fight. Years later, she returned to that same street where she once sat invisible to the world. But now she walked tall, confident in her stride and warmth in her eyes. She carried bags of food and gloves, and when she spotted a young girl curled up in the same hopeless posture she once knew so well, she knelt without hesitation. I don't have anything to offer, the girl whispered, shame cracking in her voice. Mariah smiled softly. Yes, you do. You have hope. That's where everything begins. She placed food in the girl's hands, the same way it was once placed in hers. And in that moment, Mariah understood success wasn't measured in money or status. It was measured in the ability to rise and then reach back for someone else. Hunger once defined her, effort reshaped her, compassion has crowned her. Mariah didn't simply survive, she rebuilt, she rose. She returned for those that are still trying. And the girl looked up at her, not with desperation, but with the first spark of belief in herself, because somebody else finally saw her too. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Now that reminds me of like situations like Azriel Clary and those girls, where they now are coming out of these shells and becoming, who they were determined to be in the first place type of situation. Not that that was their fault, not of any doing of their own, but it reminds me of those type of scenarios of people, um, of the people that are down, that are homeless, that have risen. I once had a lady tell me, um, she said she felt like a L. She said she was always taking L's. She was always taking L's, and she didn't realize why. She couldn't understand why, until one day God blessed her in so much abundance that she started saying she's taking the L as in taking the Lord, and she changed it, and she was preaching, and she was like, throw your L's in the air, throw your L's up high. And everybody was screaming and shouting. They was like, yeah. And the lady said that she lived 4 different lifestyles within her one lifetime, and she was still going. She said she was a bum on the streets, she's been rich and celebrity wealthy, that she's been on drugs and lived in a lifestyle of prostitution, and that she's been and now she owns a all kinds of shelters for women. I mean, you never know where life is going to take you. I also have one of those lives where I step out on that venture and I'll let the Lord just take me where he has to take me. A lot of people live boring. I almost said ASS word, and I got to watch it. I got to watch it because my community guideline strikes. Okay. But um I definitely understand. I definitely understand. And shout out to those people. I felt so crazy. Like when my homegirl came to me on the bus, when she came over to me, she was asking me for vapes and this. Do you have a cigarette and all kinds of stuff? I didn't even make 1 plus 1 equal 2. I never even made 1 plus 1 equal 2. I didn't understand why she was asking me what she was asking me. I'm like, dang girl, you ain't got no, like, girl, go buy some. The hell, the Hellington. She was like, oh, do you want some of this burrito? She gave me a piece of her burrito. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, um, and then the next thing you know, I see that I find out that she's on the streets begging, and it made me wonder, like, dang, well, did you beg for that burrito that you let me eat some of? Because if that's the case, I don't want to be taken from you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to take from you. I want to build you. So yeah, with that being said, y'all, please make sure you hit the like button when you come in the room. It helps me with my algorithm. So please make sure you guys hit the like button. I'm going to make myself look decent. Today I'm taking a trip way, way out into a different city. And so I might just want y'all to be on live with me while I do that. If I don't have anything to talk about as far as book or story wise, or any story time that I can tell you guys, which I'm sure that I do, because there's several things that I want to tell you guys. Then I will just go live on my TikTok. I don't know if you guys have my TikTok. Please don't stalk me. Not that you guys have ever done that. I've had stalkers before, but I don't mind going live on the bus on TikTok and stuff like that. And it does kind of like say the stops that I'm on and stuff. I don't want to be stalked and harassed and this, that, and the other. But if I just go live nowadays, it just be on TikTok, without a subject matter or anything to say here on YouTube. So yeah. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for joining me for this video. I'm gonna go get dressed so I can get on the road, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.